The following program is brought to you by Buzzword Productions.
The podcast no one listens to, with Kevin Porter. Nice.
Oh, what's up, ladies and gentlemen? Welcome back to an all-new episode of the podcast no one listens to. I'm your host, Kevin Porter, and we are back with all new episodes. What? It's been 2 months? We've been gone for 2 fucking months? What's it to you, huh? What's it to you out there in internet land? What? Nah, man, I'm fucking glad to be back, dude. I don't even know. It's like, whoa, we gotta do an opening? We gotta sit here, think about stuff, and be like, oh shit, I hope I don't fuck up. No, I don't know. What have you guys all been up to? I mean, the world is on fire. It's on fire right now. I don't even know what to talk about, man. This is like drugs. What? Had to go to the doctor, and the doctor's like, you got drugs? I'm like, what? No, I don't do drugs. I don't do drugs, motherfucker. So, yeah, man, what's going on, guys? I don't know, dude. All new episode, like we said. I'm pretty stoked on this Bahiyyih Mudd making her... I would say definitely return. Yeah, it's definitely a return. Last time she was on here with Lily, but definitely her debut as a single superstar, right? We'll shed a little bit of wrestling onto this one here. She's coming in, going in for the one-on-one with Kevin Porter. So I don't know, dude. It was a fucking fun ass episode, dude. Anytime Bahiyya's on, dude, she's one of the funniest people I know. So dude, it was just such a great time recording this episode. So you guys are definitely in for a treat today. Not so much here for the opening, but hey, we can always press the skip button. So I don't know, man. Haven't really been doing much the last couple weeks, except for dealing with anxiety and all that shit like everybody else is in this fucking world. But I digress. So it's almost Halloween, dude. It's October. It's dude, I don't know. I like fall. Fall is one of my favorite times of the year, dude. I get to sit around, watch scary movies, watch Sleepaway Camp for the first time within this last 2 months. That was interesting. Anybody that's seen that movie is like, whoa, at the end, you're just like, what the fuck? That shit's not going to fly in 2020, dude. You're lucky, yeah. I don't know. You're lucky these kids are too busy in the streets instead of watching horror films like they should be in the month of October. Apparently Halloween's fucking canceled. I don't know, dude. What the fuck? Everything's canceled this year. This podcast should be canceled. I don't know. Yeah, dude. So I've been, I don't know, dude. There really hasn't been a lot going on for the most part, dude. Just going to work, coming home, getting back into doing these podcasts here the last couple of weeks, dude. We've been recording some really good episodes. So hopefully we'll be continuing that pattern here through the end of the year. I mean, yeah, dude. I mean, just adding to the collection of VHS tapes here in my room, dude. That's hitting the Goodwill. Since the Goodwills are open, thrift shops are open for business. So I've just been, I don't know. I guess just hanging out with my kids, playing video games. Got Super Mario Deluxe for the fucking Switch. What? I even got the Mario 35th anniversary with Mario 64 and 2 other badass old school Mario games, which is you call it old school, but it's dude, it's for the Wii and the GameCube. I mean, how old school is that? Seriously. I mean, I guess it's the GameCube's 20, almost 20 years old at this point, and that the Wii definitely, dude, this decade's gonna be 20 years old. It's damn, dude, that came out in 2006. It's crazy. I don't even know what year that came out, honestly. I want to say it was around 2006 or so. I don't even know. I guess that's when the PS3 dropped. Got the PS5, the PS5 dropping here within the next 2 months or so, which I'm not buying that shit right off the bat, dude. Even though the price range for it for $500, dude. I mean, it's dude, I was thinking it's gonna be over $500, honestly, but it's not too expensive. So I'm just it's just one of those things though. It's just dude, I already have a PS4. I mean, I don't know. You kind of want to get the PS5 because apparently it's backwards compatible with PS4 games. So it's well, you might as well upgrade. Even though I think a majority of my games are on my fucking hard drive, which I don't know if I talked about that. Upgraded my fucking hard drive, so I got 5 terabytes. So I don't constantly have to delete things off my fucking PlayStation. I can actually upload every single game that I fucking own and still have tons and tons and tons and tons and tons of space, dude. It's that's how you got to do it. And they fuck you over on that shit because you buy a PlayStation 4, it's oh, we got 500 gigabytes. It's bitch, give me a terabyte. Come on. What are we living in, 2020? Shit. So Dude, yeah, we've just been sitting around chilling. I don't know. Like I said, dude, trying to watch movies. Which fuck that. I don't know, dude. I'm on a 4-day vacation as I record this, dude. Not having to do shit for 4 fucking days. Celebrated my 14th wedding anniversary, which is crazy to think again. That was 14 years ago, which, fucking 2006, dude. I apologize for any sort of background noise here. You got people outside doing shit, which as soon as I sat down to record, dude, it was like they were like fucking there. Yeah, you can hear that tractor. You can hear them smashing around on dirt outside, dude. It's like, we're getting ready to move back, dude. Almost there, dude. We're almost there, dude. Things are coming together. Again, dude, dude, I'm pretty high right now. I'm gonna go hang out with Jay McNay after this. That's gonna be blast. It's fucking always fun hanging out with Jay. Which, dude, by the way, dude, check it out. This coming Monday, brand new podcast debuting for the very first time. We got Are You Ready, a professional wrestling podcast, dude. Which we brought it up on that surprise episode that dropped about a month ago. But yeah, that officially debuts this coming Monday, dude. So if you're down with professional wrestling, which is definitely a very niche audience, definitely get down on that, dude. I mean, Jay's fucking a funny guy. Like, I'm somewhat funny of a guy. So it's like, have confidence on yourself, Kevin. You're a fucking good guy. You're a good fucking guy. Shut the fuck up. So that debuts this coming Monday, and every Monday they're on after. You will be able to catch that podcast. You got to subscribe on its own feed though. For we're doing this shit right. We're doing this shit right. It's got its own RSS feed, which you can go find now with Are You Ready? Just type in Are You Ready? It should come up. Technically speaking, as I'm recording this, I haven't created all the RSS feeds for iTunes, Spotify. That shit's all coming this week, dude. I'm fucking pushing it to the very last minute, dude. That's how we roll here on the podcast no one listens to. You could definitely be on the lookout for that here within, this coming Monday, dude, which, again, as we record this, we're supposed to be on Killing Time this week. So if you're, again, listening to this, you can hear me and Jay McNay on Killing Time with Anthony Hernandez and Brian Brisky, which, again, I confirmed a couple weeks ago that we'd be recording the last week of September. So I'm hoping you can go to their RSS feed and check us out on that, dude. So, I mean, shit, dude, we're coming back with a fucking bang, dude. We're on fucking Killing Time. We're on the podcast no one listens to. And, dude, premiering this coming Monday, Are You Ready? A professional wrestling podcast, which is just me and Jay bullshitting about professional wrestling, dude. Especially about, we mainly focus on stuff from when we were kids back in the 90s and stuff. But, hey, man, we're gonna delve into some stuff here in the new, because Jay's like, he's been a fan of professional wrestling. Well, okay, we'll say it loosely. He's been a fan of professional wrestling for years, dude. But like, you never really got to see any of the stuff in the last 20 fucking years, dude. So we're definitely going to be all over the place, dude. Like I said, we're going to be focusing on the 90s, stuff from the 2000s, 2010s, dude, even maybe into 2020. I don't fucking know. So I don't know, guys. That's pretty much it, dude. I just wanted to come on here, just drop a little bit of, information. We'll be back every single week now. We're back weekly here on the podcast no one listens to, which was a good break. I mean, I'm glad we took the time to step away, to relax and get our wits back, dude. Get our fucking wits back. Which dude, I don't know how many of these podcasts moving forward in terms of the main portion of the podcast are going to have a video portion for it, because again, like, we're using Zoom, we're doing it, but like, just for a lot of these podcasts moving forward, man, I'm giving people the option. I'm like, hey, come on down. You can record in person. I don't got cooties. It's just like, but hey, for anybody that out there that isn't wanting to, hey, that's why we got Zoom, ladies and gentlemen. And those episodes, you'll be able to see the video portion of it. But until then, dude, you're just getting some pictures, some audio, and we're going old school on this one, dude. We're going old school on these episodes here. So again, I'm trying to think of anything else to fucking talk about, dude. It's like anything major else going on. The last time we were on, one of the last times we were on here, I mean, dude, we were dealing with the death of my kitty cat, Stanley. Rest in peace. Man, that was hard. It was hard 2 months to be going through, but we decided that, we are good pet parents and that, life must go on. So we, not as of this recording, but by the time you are listening to this, we should have our new little kitty cat, Max. So, shout out Max. He's new to the family. So, I don't know, man. I don't know, dude. Smoke weed every day. Fucking damn, dude. Over 2 months sober at this point, dude. Not drinking the booze. They're feeling good there, dude. Definitely feeling good. It's like anytime I come home late at night, I'm like, all right, I'm not drunk. I haven't been drinking. I don't got to worry about driving. And it's a good feeling, dude. I'm feeling like I'm getting back. Dude, gyms are open here apparently, which I haven't even tried to go to the gym. We've just been busy with podcasting and just life, I guess, getting off a little bit later in the day. And it seems like I've been really trying to, like, you know, tackle as many podcasts as I can the last couple weeks, just trying to prepare for this day. So that way we can have episodes, you know, for the for the foreseeable future. It's like, yeah, dude, totally bank these episodes. Because what else am I going to do, dude? It's fucking COVID-19. It's 2020, dude. The Earth's about to fucking end on November 3rd. And once that presidential election happens, dude, that's when shit really fucking hits the fan. So, I don't know, dude. Leave the city, guys. Get the fuck out, man. It's like, dude, I'm going in. Going further in. Yeah, I did actually get to go to Seattle here a couple weeks ago. Mad Caddies were supposed to play at the El Corazon, but fucking Governor Jay Inslee has put a moratorium on fucking anything advancing, so where a fucking actual show could actually happen here, fucking still no open mics, still nothing, dude, you know, so I don't know, dude. We're going to see what happens. We're going to see what happens the next couple months, and we're just going to ride the fucking wave. And that's why we're doing podcasts, dude, because that's what the fuck else are we supposed to fucking do in this place? Nothing. There's nothing else going on. So, all right, ladies and gentlemen, let's just end it. Let's just end the opening. Let's get to the part that you actually clicked in for. You're like, oh shit, Bahiyyih Mudd's on the podcast. What the fuck is Kevin Porter talking about? What? I can't find my Sublime CDs. I was driving over here. I was like, man, I want to listen to some Sublime. And I was like, can't find them. I don't know, dude. They're fucking in there, dude. I just don't know where the fuck they are. It's like, just play it off your fucking phone, man. Don't you got YouTube? It's like, fuck you, Google. Son of a bitch. So, all right, ladies and gentlemen. So, yeah, again, this coming Monday, dude. Are you ready? Subscribe to that RSS feed and get ready to go for me and Jay McNay, talking all about professional wrestling. And then you got Bahiyyih Mudd today. Find us on Killing Time this week. Fuck, dude. It's a good damn time to be alive. So, all right, ladies and gentlemen, without further ado, I give you Bahiyyih Mudd.
All aboard! Relationships are hard.
Relationships are hard, like, you know what I'm saying.
Especially at this time. Could you fucking imagine being stuck with someone you don't like? Like,
I'm fucking so happy I don't fucking have to.
I can't even imagine those idiots that are out there still trying to date and shit. Like, oh my god.
Sometimes I like think about that shit because like I haven't been in the dating world probably like realistically like actual dating world for like since like 2004.
Yeah.
So it's like I Tinder like swipe left like that's like it's like an inside joke to me. I'm like I don't even know what you guys are talking about.
Like no, nope.
Dude,
so weird.
It is weird, man. So Bahiyyih Mudd, welcome back to the podcast that no one listens to. You're my first in-person guest in like 6 fucking months.
Thank you.
You're welcome. I'm fucking stoked to have you on.
Well, I am also excited.
We're lighting up some legal marijuana right here. Like I was saying, it didn't make the cut, but yeah, it's a cool orange pipe. You know what kind of weed you're smoking there? Or?
It's some kind of sativa. I don't know what kind.
Yeah,
but it's a sativa.
It's always a good choice. Going with a sativa in terms of like when it comes to anything like comedy or sketches you're gonna shoot or anything. Like if you're gonna smoke weed during it, smoke a sativa. It gets you the fuck up, dude.
It can also fuck you up. And I had this really bad time one time, like super like the fucking worst. And I had went over to do a casino up by Bellingham. I don't know.
I love Bellingham. My family used to live up there when I was like fucking 5.
Yeah, well, no, he has a sister that lives up there. His oldest sister works for CPS. You know, she's kind of scary in the fact that sometimes she could be like real serious and.
You don't know she's going to come in and take your kids or something.
Yeah.
Like, hey, we're family. Come on, calm down.
So she just makes me fucking nervous. She just does. She reminds me of his dad.
Any state worker makes me fucking nervous, dude.
So I go up to do this casino show, and she knows I'm going up there, and she's like, I'm going to come to the show. So I was mentally prepared for that. I was like, hey, Naomi's going to come to the show. I'm going to behave. Everything's going to be fine. You know? And I'd never done this. When you say behave,
what does that exactly mean?
Like, you know, don't get lit before the show. Okay. And it's always the thing, like, you're not supposed to be under the influence.
Right.
You know, a lot of bookers and stuff. So I'm just going to act right. Everything's going to be fine. Well, then we get up there, and she sends me a message. She's like, I'm not going to be able to make it.
Okay.
And
that sounds like good news.
I was like, yes. So a gal that was with me and the other comic, had this joint. We went outside
yeah.
and we just fucking smoked it up. 30 minutes
mental
before
zone.
30 minutes before the show, and you have to drive from the hotel to the casino, like not even a quarter mile, just right down the road.
Easy peasy.
As we're getting there, she messages me again, and she says, well, looks like I'm going to be able to make it on my way.
Oh boy.
On my way. On my way.
She do the capital letters like O-M-Y or whatever.
I will see you there.
Whatever it is. I'm coming to the casino, Bahia.
Oh, she's a state worker. And so I'm all freaked out. I'm like, okay, I got to relax. And this venue was brand new. It didn't survive. They didn't know how to set it up and whatnot. Anyways, we were some of the first comedy acts in there. So I go in there and she shows up. And then after she shows up is this girl that we'd met on like Offer Up to sell us some bootleg makeup. So here we are buying black market makeup.
Nice. I like this. I like this story.
Is there, and I'm trying not to look like a fucking degenerate, and I'm trying to buy this mascara for $10, and
haggle her down to $7. Come on.
Jesus, it was so much pressure. Like it was like so much pressure, and it was bad, and I was so worried, and then I got up on stage, and I just sucked. I can sit here. I can try to blame that it was a new venue. I can blame that all the lights were on. It was too loud, blah, blah, blah. You know, the crowd just didn't get me. And I'm up there, and I'm trying. I just keep looking at her like, I hate you. And, and then I said, well, come on, guys. I don't know why everybody's not laughing. And I said, well, I guess maybe I should just try to be funny. And then right when I said that, it broke the ice, and then everything was fine. But I was mortified, and I got off stage, and I went over to our table, and I said, well, that was really bad.
Sounds like every time I've ever performed in front of family.
That was really bad. And she was like, oh, no, you did great. And I said, no, it was really bad, and it was your fault for being here.
Oh. She's like, what? What'd you say? And she's like, yeah.
I just walked away, and I went and got like a double shot of Fireball, drank that down, and then went back to the table. And I said, I'm sorry. This is really not your fault. I'd smoked a giant joint. Now you know. Yeah. And I'm sure that you're worried. I'm sure that you're worried about my life choices at this point, but it's going to be okay.
I'm going to survive this one.
It'll be fine. She'd never seen me on stage, so that was disappointing. Like that was a rough time. Yeah.
No, I feel like every single time I've ever had like my mom come out or my sister, like my uncle or anything, I'm like, yeah, they're like, oh yeah, I'm going to come hang out with the open mic. And I'm like, I don't know. Definitely those formative years, man. Well, I mean, every single time on the stage in my formative years, it was a hot mess of garbage or whatnot. But definitely, I would say now though, I don't invite anybody really to ever come out to see me, especially open mics.
No. I don't invite.
Even if I had a show, like an actual show, I'm not probably going to invite a family member.
No, well, I don't invite anyone to open mic. I invite family to everything else now. Now I'm okay, but what was I going to say about inviting people? Jesus. It's the marijuana.
It's the marijuana, ladies and gentlemen.
The marijuana got me.
Oh, shit. It's that salvia. That sativa.
Oh, no. What I was going to say is the first time my mom ever came to a show, first show she ever came to, showed up with my sister. They were drunk. They showed up all lit up. For my show, and I'm running around like a maniac. I'm freaked out, and I'm just like, are you fucking kidding me? And my mom was drunk, just talking to everybody, and she does this really weird, like, Bill Cosby kind of impersonation when she's drunk. You know, she looks down at you like a pudding pup. Like, she, you know, her little glasses come way down, and she's
like, why don't I get into my medicine cabinet over here, and we can have a good time?
Oh, God. And then one of the comics was black, Travis Simmons, the big funny, and she was behaving like semi, you know, like my great-great-grandmother's black, so then my mom feels like, even though she obviously doesn't look like a
spirits
yes,
right there.
Yeah. So then she just looks like the extremely racist woman in the room, you know? She's like, my great-grandmother was black. Well, if you don't look black, then it doesn't count. Like,
you can't bring that up.
Nah, you don't get to be...
If it's at least 2 to 3 generations past, like, we're done.
We're done.
Okay. You gotta introduce more, you know, when you got generate my granddaughter is black. Well, then now we're talking. Maybe we can bring that into a conversation.
But yeah, my mom, ridiculous. how embarrassing. But since then, she's
Yeah.
gotten better. Sometimes I'll travel with her. Well, I used to travel with her. Because I'd have like a casino show and you get a nice hotel room.
Right. You're like,
So-
hey, come on, enjoy this with me. And
Yeah,
then,
yeah,
like,
because she
goes-
loves casinos. And then if I run out of money, she keeps slipping me 20s. So I'm like, hey, Mom, you want to go to Muckleshoot? Like, I have a show.
Yeah.
I think we get a free dinner.
You just tell her you have a show. You're just like, hey, Mom, I got a show this weekend. Let's go.
Let's go.
And she's just like, oh, okay. You're like, no, just wait in the room. Okay, I'll be back by 10. Can I get 20? Like, fuck it. Oh, that's funny, man. No, dude, I miss, like, stand-up comedy so much right now. Like, I've been talking with Jay, like I was saying beforehand, like, and we just, like, both of us are just, like, fucking, like, that's why we, like, went, like, as of now, like, the word's out, we're doing a wrestling podcast called Are You Ready? A professional wrestling podcast. And yes, that is a fucking cheap-ass plug. But nonetheless, like, we and him have just been talking about it, and, like, we've gotten so hard in just, like, doing as many episodes as we can at this point, just because, like, it's something to do, you know?
It is. It's something to do. And, like, as far as, like, stand-up goes, it's a rough out there, like, to let that go. And I miss it so bad that I miss the open mic.
I miss the open mic.
I miss that open
100%.
mic. I miss hearing horrible jokes. I miss terrible people that do jokes. I miss just looking at them and thinking, no, I'm going to go outside and have a cigarette. I can't do this. Like, I can't watch this. I miss it so bad. Like, what I wouldn't give to be able to sit in a room with all those dipshits.
Right.
And just listen to bad comedy. I would enjoy it so much.
Oh man, it would be a dream come true at this point, dude.
Yeah.
I never took it out of my phone, but like I always on Tuesdays and Thursdays I had open mic just permanently saved. It was like every Tuesday and fucking Thursday I'm doing open mic, and then like they still come up on my phone to this day. I still haven't had the heart to delete it. I'm just like, oh, it's Tuesday again. Oh no, it's Thursday open mic, and like. Yeah, like, I don't know, like, me and Jay were talking, it's just, like, we really felt like it like, the Yakima open mic scene was, like, really coming together. In terms of, like, we had 3 open mics going within the week. I mean, we just introduced within, like, a month before all COVID started. Mm-hmm. We just started doing the shows at the, the little arcade?
Oh, yeah. I forget the name of it.
Ooh, I forget, too. But we did, like, I don't know, I think there was, like, 4 open mics there or some shit. And like between like Jay and Ron the Sting Epting, shout out. Between those two, it seemed like they were like they're gonna take on that Monday, and so I was like, it's just like okay, so Monday, then Tuesday it's the Bills, and Hop Nation on Thursdays with Brian Brisky had just taken over, so like it kind of seemed like things were working out, like it really like seemed like okay, going into spring and summer we're gonna fucking hit this.
Yeah.
Like, dude, I don't know. I personally felt like I was like doing the best shit that I'd done in fucking years. I was like, everybody was hitting a fucking, they were hitting on all cylinders, and then fucking COVID-19 happens, and we're stuck here 6 months later, fucking in the aftermath.
And it is really hard. I know that Lily goes through some things because she was finally like, I'm gonna really do it this time.
Yeah, that's what's up.
And she was going out, doing it, being really funny. Everybody was like so excited.
Yeah, I mean, she won that competition.
Yeah. So to watch it all be gone is just like complete and total devastation. And then I left my day job.
Oh, no shit?
Yeah. When COVID, right when it hit Yakima, I left the hospital because I had friends in Seattle. I already knew what was going to happen. I knew it was going to be bad. And I have a grandson who has a heart issue. And is extremely vulnerable, and I'm like, if I'm working at this hospital, you
gotta take all.
I'm not going to be able to see him, and I did ask for some safety measures. They said no, and it was so funny though because everyone's like, oh no, you can't leave. I'm like, dude, I'm not the hero that you're looking for. I don't even own Crocs. Like, fuck you. I'm not a nurse. I'm a secretary.
Oh yeah, dude. Yeah, I mean,
I can be a secretary anywhere, and I'm available anytime.
Shout out to all the,
anybody needs anything
businesses
filed or,
Yakima, or in the greater area of Yakima, I should say.
Yeah. But yeah, so I lost that job. And then all of my bookings I already had booked out. And I had shows through July at that point, and I lost everything. Yeah. And so, it was really hard for me. I got extremely depressed, because you're like, I kept trying to watch these inspirational things, and reading these books and listening to these audiobooks, about finding joy in things, like finding joy in doing laundry. And it's like, I went from this extremely independent woman who did whatever the fuck she wanted, whenever she wanted, traveled constantly, to this like 50s housewife. Like, how does
That's
that?
a throwback.
Dude, I know. I got a Jell-O mold. Like, I bought a Jell-O mold. I was putting shit in it. I found out the lady I bought it from, this Tupperware lady online on Facebook, was a racist.
Oh, no shit.
It ruined...
Surprise. A chick selling Tupperware is fucking racist.
Damn it! It ruined my Jell-O mold. It might as well be a swastika. Like, I don't even use it now. I'm like...
And she doesn't take returns, I imagine.
Hate. No, Nah.
She's like, I'm sorry, you're racist. We can't do business. I'm sorry. Buyer beware. Stupid motherfuckers.
So, yeah, now I'm doing laundry and...
I can't stand, like, the only times I've, like, really have, like, been home, like, I had, like, I don't know, 2 times in my life, like, in 2008 and then, like, in 2014. Those were the only times I was ever, like, unemployed for a good period of time. It was, like, 5 to 6 months or so, maybe 4 to 6 months. And, like, it got so fucking boring, man. It's, like, even during, normal times, being at home is pretty fucking boring. And it's, like, most people can't fucking stand it. You need a fucking outlet.
I have never spent this much time at home. I have never been home this long. It's good for like my son and my daughter that are still at home. It's good for them. They shouldn't go through this alone. Naomi's only 11. Mm-hmm. Joshua, it's his senior year of high school. They need me. They really need me. But it's really strange being there, mm-hmm. because like I didn't realize how much of my life revolved around working in an office. Like there's some things that I could only do in an office. Like I can't turn the whole family against Naomi. That would be like not okay. So, but those are like office things. Like I miss it. I miss the people I used to hate. Yeah. I miss them walking into my office and me having to deal with it, and then they'd leave it and I would just be like, I hate that bitch. And it would give me like this little adrenaline rush. Yeah.
Fucking let the rage fucking flow through your veins.
Man, I hate them. I hate them so much. I'm gonna go outside and have a cigarette, guys. Like I can't.
Just like, calm down, Bahiyyih. She just dropped off the facts. Jeez.
Bitch, better watch her back.
I didn't like the way she dropped that into the fucking into my fucking.
Did you see how passive aggressive that was?
Very much so. Very much so. I can see it. I can understand why you miss it though. I understand not being around that and just suddenly taken away out of that environment. You're just like, what the fuck? What am I supposed to do with all this fucking extra emotions?
I know. I'm gonna be stuck with people I only love. Fuck that. Right. Started turning on my neighbors. Like. Shit. I don't talk
Bob,
to them.
Come over here. And he comes over. Hey, what's up, Bahiyyih? And you just walk away. Just walk away. It's like, fuck you, Bob.
I hate your face.
What the fuck did I do? It's Nancy's live. What the fuck? Come over there with cookies, and this is the fucking treatment I get. Last time I got the fucking Jell-O mold. Shit.
I should be making hate Jell-O. Like, it doesn't look like hate, but I'll make it with hate.
Well, yeah, you gotta put all the fruit in there, man. That's what makes it the most hate, is I hate the fruit so much.
Or like some peas and carrots.
What? That'd be fucked up, dude. People wouldn't even know. They'd be like, oh, what's this? Oh, piece of pineapple. Oh, that's a carrot. And Jell-O, they wouldn't be able to put it together, dude.
I know.
No one's used to that shit.
But maybe somebody will taste it and they'll like it. Like, I don't know. I don't know if that could happen. But I know that since the Jell-O mold... my next step is just poisoning my husband. I mean, that's all I've got left at this point. And I love him. You gotta roll the dice sometimes. But yeah. Well, I love him, but sometimes I feel like, I want to feel something.
Yeah. Dude, 6 months off from your job, man. Again, that's gonna fuck with your emotions, dude. Murder is always an option, especially in COVID-19 times.
Oh yeah, Jesus. Yeah, I've had a lot of time on my hands, Kevin. A lot of time on my hands.
Have you tried picking up video games?
No. I did a little bit of we got that Beat Saber. It's like a virtual reality.
Okay.
And you like are almost, it's almost like Guitar Hero, but you're like hitting these things to the beat. I don't know.
Whoa, that's fucking cool.
Yeah, man. And it's like they're flying at you.
Yeah. I love virtual reality.
So I've done a little bit of that, but I don't do video games. I do Candy Crush.
Candy Crush is what's up, though. That's a video game.
Yeah, so that's the one. Got me.
Don't let anybody ever tell you, Bahiyyih, that Candy Crush is not a fucking video game. Oh. I respect all video games, including mobile.
That's all my wife plays.
What
She
is
doesn't
it?
she doesn't play Candy Crush, but she plays that wasn't that World of Warcraft? What the fuck? Game of Thrones? I don't know. She plays the mobile version of that, dude. She's all telling me the other day. She's like, yeah, I can totally start playing that again because like we're out of it. She had to stop playing because we're like out of cell reception where we live. So like we're 45 minutes out in the fucking buttfuck woods, dude. It's ridiculous out there. So like yeah, she had to give up her fucking her mobile game, and then I had to give up pretty much nothing because I just continue doing what I do, and I just download my podcast instead of streaming them. So whatever.
Oh God! We took the whole family out to Whistling Jack's for my birthday. I thought this is going to be a great time. We got a cabin.
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
You get what with like the hot tub and everything?
Yeah,
That's what's up.
And those kids, I'll tell you, they weren't happy.
What the fuck?
No, there's no
Not
cell
in the
phone
woods?
reception.
Oh, dude, did you take pride? Like that? See, that's where you got to get your emotions out. Take your kids where they can't use their cell phones. That'll really fuck with them.
I prefer that they have reception. Like, just
So they don't fuck with you?
get out of here. Not really. I don't know.
That's a valid point. I don't know.
I see the kids a lot. Like me and the kids are super tight, but
It's good.
But right now it's like I heard some idiot say like, "Well, I don't think it can get any worse," and that was before the wildfires. And it's just like, well, just stop daring things. Like, stop it.
Everybody
Stop.
just shut the fuck up.
Yeah, let's all fucking relax now because now we can't even breathe outside.
Okay, guys. I think for the months of October, the rest of September, November, December, let's just all get offline. Let's just get offline. Everybody just mind their own business.
Yeah.
We're gonna ride this one out.
Yeah, it'll get better. It's gonna get better.
It's gonna get better. Positive mental attitude, man. Come on.
Well, I don't
Come
know.
on,
like,
Bob. Get your shit together.
So, do you have a religion? Are you a religious individual?
Yeah, I'm a religious person, yeah.
What's your religion?
Seventh-day Adventist.
Oh, really?
It's quite the religion.
Well, I don't really have
Okay.
a religion. Like, I'm not a religious individual.
Okay.
But with all the shit that's going down, I'm kind of feeling like maybe I should have witnessed to Jehovah. Like, maybe I should have kept an eye out. Maybe
Yeah.
I should have talked to somebody. And it's like, what the fuck? Like, is this
Dear
like...
Jesus Christ. Dear transforming Jesus Christ of
I know I
America.
made a lot of jokes about you, but will you help me now?
Hey, they always say, you ask for forgiveness and you're forgiven. You ask for forgiveness and you're forgiven. It's snap of a finger.
Really? Okay, well, I'm going to wait then, because I'm still kind of skeptical.
Still on the edge. It's cool. I'm glad we had this conversation with you. I was a little caught off guard when you're like, what religion are you? I'm like, I don't talk religion on the podcast.
I don't know. I've just
it's
been really
cool.
curious lately because of all the shit that's going on. I'm like, is this, what's happening here?
Yeah, no, and especially, I mean, today, dude, it's like, if you are a religious person, you are thinking of like an end of time scenario. I mean, is Revelations like truly coming to like to fruition? Are we seeing because it always, if you go through like Bible prophecy, you see the building blocks and kind of where we're at in time right now, and like and it's not looking too good these days.
Well, I'll tell you, as an atheist,
Okay.
you're also wondering about end of days. You're wondering about a lot of things at this point. I mean, it's like, uh-oh.
Yeah, it's like, okay, like we're being forced to stay in our homes. All live entertainment is canceled for the foreseeable future. Like we can't even get our numbers down. Inslee straight up fucking squashed it. Like 3 months ago, he's like, you know what, guys, I'm not gonna let anybody progress until further fucking notice. And it's like, okay, well, I guess we gotta be cool with that because we're liberal here in Washington. I don't know.
I don't even know. I'm trying to stay away from politics. Like, the politics alone are just...
I'm so fucking sick of it.
It's killing me. It's killing me. And I don't understand how people stay on it so hardcore because I can't.
Yeah.
I can't.
The next time I see Brian Brisky comment on a KIMA page, I swear to God.
Oh, Jesus. Fucking Brian Brisky. Calm your tits, guy.
Calm your tits, dude.
Jesus.
Nipples are hard. Come on, Brian.
He's the most worked up motherfucker.
Check your blood pressure. Jeez.
Are you okay? Should we get the manager for you?
I think you have to get the manager for Brian.
We need the manager. Okay. We want the manager's manager at this point. Yeah.
Oh, no. I'm writing a letter to the Better Business Bureau at this moment. Now, if you don't give me what I want, which is $15.35, I'm going to go complain on social media, and I'm going to get away with it, because that's fucking my name.
You've been
Karen,
yelped.
bitch.
You're going to be yelped.
I know, dude. I have to deal with that shit all the time in my work, and it's fucking dumb as shit. You're just like, okay, all right, down. Click. You just don't even listen to them. You're like, you heard it before, dude. Just like, you're like every other fucking person. What's your problem? Oh, they were late 5 fucking minutes. Shut the fuck up and get on with your fucking life.
I love call centers. I found it to be like one of the funnest jobs I've ever had in my life.
It's fun, but like, and it's an easy job.
Yeah.
But like, it's just, yeah, you definitely get kicked in the nuts fucking probably like 6 hours out of the day.
I used to work at admitting to the emergency room and graveyard at regional. So that was like the devil's lair.
Okay. I would deliver pizza there randomly, like on some nights or whatever, dude.
Yeah.
Like, I would show up there and be like walking down the halls and like, what's up, everybody? I'm like going in giving high fives and shit.
Yeah. Well, it was
scary,
lot
dude.
to work there. It was a lot. And it was constant insults. Like, I'd never been called a fat fucking bitch so many times in my life. And it was
what the fuck?
all the time. You fat fucking bitch. And you know what was fucked
like-
up? There was a super fat girl that I worked with, and they would never talk about her weight. I know. So I got the brunt of all the fat in the room.
Probably just because you were
was
the
on
one,
me.
You were just being assertive, and you're just like, you know what, guys, this is the way it is. You've got to deal with policy, and they're like, shut the fuck up, fat fucking bitch, and you know that's probably why.
Oh my God! One guy told me
Like,
one time.
you take this one, lady.
This guy said to me, he said, "Yeah, you need a checkup from the neck up." And I'm like,
Whoa. What kind of checkup is that involved? You're going to check your nose, your eyes, your ears, your fucking brain?
you need a checkup from the neck up.
You know how much insurance money that's going to cost, guy? Come on, calm down.
I had one dude come in and he had told my coworker, he said, "If I could, I'd give you my cancer."
Whoa.
Yeah, because he had to wait. And
what the fuck? Because you had to wait? He's like,
Yeah.
I wish cancer upon you.
I would give you my cancer. Hey, and tell your friend, who was me standing there,
Okay.
she should keep her hand out of the cookie jar.
Whoa. What the fuck is wrong with people? Why would you, like... I don't know, dude. Like, I've never been like, oh, man, I want to insult somebody to their fucking face. Like, I'm, like, the opposite. I'm like, okay, whatever. I may just, like, act grumpy, but I'm not really, like, I'm just going to fucking take it. Cause...
Oh, Jesus. And well, when he said that, I had, like,
Yeah.
this handful of Skittles, you know?
Oh,
I looked at my coworker. I'm like, how am I supposed to eat my snacks now? Like,
throw
what
it in
is
his
this?
face. Like, oops, sorry. Did you want to wait again? Like, that's going to be 10 minutes now. Get the fuck out of here.
Yeah, so people are bad. People are just terrible. And they'll do it everywhere, you know?
Yeah, they're not nice people out there. I mean,
No.
we talk about end of times. Well, shit, dude. I mean, everybody's an asshole to everybody. It's like, can't we all just fucking get along? Like, peace on fucking earth. Like, come on, guys.
No. And I hate that. What I hate is when I go into a store, and I'm not a Karen. I don't talk to managers. Like, if anything, me and cashiers have secrets with each other. You know what I mean?
See,
like,
that's a good customer
you know, like we
relationship.
know things because
course.
like I've been going to the same Walgreens for the past almost 13 years because of where I live, and there's one lady, Rosie, and she's the most negative Nancy you've ever met in your entire life. She's always pissed. Just pissed. She's and then she wants to tell you all of her political beliefs. Like, she really wants to just dig in.
She wants to, like, save you? Is that what she's trying to do?
Well, because she's like, these goddamn masks be, how long are we going to have to wear these masks? Well, I don't know, Rosie. I'm not in charge of anything. The kids aren't going to go back to school. Well, I know, Rosie, it's hard. She doesn't have any kids. She's like 70. Like, why do you care if the kids go back to school or not? Why?
Why does she care? I mean, like,
I don't know. It's just a constant complaint.
they're in my neighborhood at like 9 o'clock in the morning. They're making ruckus, I tell you.
Oh, I said, I went down to Legends and I gambled because I'm totally into gambling. So, like, I love it. And so I went down to gamble and I told Rosie, hey, I went down Legends and gambled. It was pretty good. You know, it wasn't too packed with people. And she's all, yeah, but you can't even smoke in there now. I said, oh, I didn't know that you smoked. She goes, I didn't, but I know people that are mad.
Oh, no. She's like, on my Facebook group page, I hear a lot about people. They're upset they can't smoke their cigarettes
mad.
there. I didn't even know you can't smoke in there anymore.
No, you can't. I think it's the best.
It's
I love
probably
it.
for the best.
I love it. I like, even though I am a smoker, I'm a very considerate smoker.
That's what's up.
And I don't mind going outside. Like, yeah, let's go outside.
Hey guys, I've been smoking outside since 2002. Let's fucking do this, guys.
Let's go. You're gonna love it.
I know, dude. I was like on that very end, like right before, I turned 18. that's when the restaurants basically, they passed the laws
Yeah.
in Washington State saying you couldn't smoke inside anymore. I'm like, my whole entire childhood, I was around it. You know, my mom's like, oh yeah, we're going to go to the store and we're going to get in the car. We're going to smoke in the car. You know, it's like I'm exposed to secondhand smoke, and then like I start smoking because I'm just like, I just want to join the party now. Okay,
Right.
like, what's this all about? Cigarettes.
It's the only way you get to the store is if
Right.
you light up a cigarette.
Oh, I know, dude. Get up in the morning. Oh, I wake up randomly at 3 o'clock in the morning. I gotta get a cigarette. Go sit outside in the fucking middle of winter at 2 o'clock in the morning. That's how hard my addiction was, dude.
Oh my god! And you don't smoke anymore, do you?
Dude, I quit like 4 years ago.
Jesus,
And that was like 5. It took like, I probably started quitting at like, it would be my 5-year mark or something, like 5 or 6 year mark. So it took like a good like year and a half or so like to quit. Because it was a lot of stop and go, like buy patches, buy a pack of cigarettes, throw it away. It was just like,
so
it was bad, dude.
Did you have any strange dreams on the patches?
I had dreams with the fucking patches.
Geez, Louise.
Yeah.
The scariest dreams I've ever had were on those patches.
What the fuck, dude?
I know. I finally Googled it, and I guess that those patches cause extremely vivid nightmares, usually sexual.
What the fuck?
Yes! Oh, it's
Sexual
something
violent
horrendous.
nightmares is like,
yes! It's the worst!
you get gangbanged by like Jason Voorhees and Freddy Krueger, and like Chucky comes in, he's like, hey, is there room for me?
Yeah, the worst. I had the worst nightmares.
Yeah. Oh, dude, it's I don't remember the dreams that I had, but I remember definitely like, yeah, having weird dreams, and I did the gum a lot too. I remember because my wife is basically, if it wasn't for my wife just like consistently bitching at me, you're gonna fucking die, and then like I don't know, I turned 30, and that's kind of when like I was like going to the doctors and like, you know, making sure everything's okay, but still that fear in me was all like, I'm fucking gonna die someday, I need to quit, and so I just willed myself to quit because I didn't want to die. Even though you're gonna die anyway.
Well,
but it's
you're
like,
gonna die. Well,
Yeah.
my husband never complains. He actually, it's funny because the first year that we knew each other, he pretended
it's because guys are cool. They
to
don't-
be a smoker.
They don't harass people about their choices.
No, he tried to smoke. He tried to be outside
Yeah.
with me every time I smoked a cigarette. I thought that he just naturally smoked cigarettes. And about after a year, he had told me, he said, you know, I really just don't want to do this anymore. And I said, what? He goes, well, I don't really smoke. I just want to hang out. And I'm like, oh, fucking hang out then. Like, you don't have
Yeah.
to smoke cigarettes. It'll save me money. Like, you don't.
Yeah.
Forget it.
Actually, this is a better relationship because I don't have to share with you. And that's why
Yeah.
my wife is too. She doesn't smoke. So, yeah, like, it was always about me. It's
Yeah.
always about my cigarette consumption.
Yeah, so, but he won't complain about me smoking. Like, he doesn't want to have to fake smoke, but he doesn't care if I smoke. It's like the gambling thing. Like,
That's what's up.
I probably shouldn't gamble. And I have said out loud several times to my husband, I probably shouldn't gamble.
Yeah, he just lets you keep doing it because he's a nice guy, dude.
I'm like, don't
He's a
ever,
nice guy.
don't you ever let me go to the casino again. Ever. And then, you know, I'll wait like a month and a half or whatever. And then I'll just be getting ready and I'll just look at him. I'll say, you know what? I think I'm going to go to the casino. And he'll say, I hope you win. Da, da, da. And he's all excited. So you're going to go down there. I'm going to play slots. He doesn't gamble.
He just enjoys your enjoyment of it.
My addiction
Your
to
addiction.
gambling.
But hey, I can understand his viewpoint though, because like this is the same thing with my wife. It's like I don't fucking ever tell her what to do. It's like, hey, you want to do this? Go for it. That's cool. They're like, hey, come on, motherfucker. It's like, what the fuck am I supposed to do? I just want to make you fucking happy. Happy wife, happy life, man. I you know, like
Yeah. Yeah, no, he's totally down with it. I remember having to like have talks with myself after gambling, after losing some money, you know. And
If you don't mind me asking, what was the worst?
like $100. And
Luckily, this part's not on camera.
I know, 100-ish.
Yeah,
100-ish
okay.
bucks.
Yeah, I think we've all been there. Yeah, of course.
I remember leaving the casino and walking to the car, and then I would try to soothe myself to feel better, because you feel like the worst. Like you are a degenerate piece of crap. Like you just spent grocery money. Like you just did some things. Like what is wrong with you? So I had to start this thing that I do in my head. Like if I lose, I'm walking to my car. I say, well, Bahiyyih, you know, you're only a human being. Human beings make mistakes.
Right. Hey, you gotta level with yourself, man.
Everybody's still alive. Everybody's fine. They like ramen. They do. You know, some things are treats. Breakfast for dinner, that's super cheap and super fun. You're actually helping your family.
I've always been more of a cup of noodle guy.
Really?
Yeah, a little bit. I know it's a little bit more expensive. You gotta spend the extra 40 cents, but...
Yeah, my kids won't do it. They're freaked out by the peas and carrots.
Oh, come on. I get it with the peas and the carrots.
Peas and the carrots! No, because I'm not one of those moms that ever put anything extra in the ramen.
Mm-hmm. Oh, no.
I hear all these friends that'll be like, yeah, we always knew, like when I make ramen for my kids, I had some broccoli and some chicken, like all this garbage to the... What are you talking?
It's like, we're going to make this healthy.
It's supposed to be naked. Right. I'd never seen not naked ramen until they started like making it some kind of trend to have a ramen restaurant and let's put some bok choy and an egg in it. Like, but I didn't know that. I had no, and it's actually delicious. I didn't know.
Dude, there's nothing wrong with ramen noodles. I always enjoyed ramen noodles, but yeah, you're right though. It is a trendy thing nowadays for people to go to a ramen restaurant. It's like 10 years ago. It's like, who the fuck's going to a ramen restaurant?
You used to be able to get like 8 for like 50 cents or something. The price has gone way up on ramen, I have to say.
I know, dude. During the COVID times, I was like, you know what? I'm just gonna buy some ramen just for a fucking kick, like a throwback, dude. Because like I never buy ramen anymore, and it's like, you know what? We're gonna do it. And so I bought it. My wife's just like, that shit's gonna give you cancer. And it's like, I don't give a shit. Like I want to fucking try it. It's good. It's good shit.
I know. I love ramen, but I know that it's bad, but what's not bad anymore? I mean, we can't breathe outside.
I'm fucking drinking this energy drink, dude. I mean, like everything on the spectrum, fucking just like it's just like cancer, just like fucking bang, man, cancer.
Gotcha.
That's why I just gotta drink water, man. I need to get back to it. Fucking, I just drink too much soda. I've totally gave up the last like 2 years, basically. I'm just like, all right, fuck it, I'm gonna drink some soda, and so I have, and yeah, I totally need to get away from it. Like,
I know.
I'm always constantly looking for something to quit, though. It's like the cigarettes. I quit cigarettes. I quit drinking. Just like, fuck it. I'm going to do this. And I don't know. It's just like, it's something to like build towards or work towards or whatever. So
I don't quit a fucking thing.
Shit.
I don't quit nothing. Like I don't have time for that. Like I don't know. I don't really ever dedicate myself to like quitting anything. I'll dedicate myself to doing something, but it has to be very specific. And I don't want a bunch of steps. Like, before the smoke happened, I was committed to walking every morning for an hour, going out for my walk. I got little earbuds, I got the nice shoes, got all the shit.
Dude, fuck yeah.
Yeah. And it's a super nice neighborhood. There's all these old people. I'm like, yeah, I'm going to join their group, so I lurked for a while. But then, by the time I left, everybody knew I was going to be there, and I was part of their group. Mm-hmm. But yeah, so I'll commit to doing something. Like, this is what I'm going to do every day. But only that. I refuse to go on a diet at the same time, because I was like, I'm not ready for that. Especially during COVID. Like, I'm not...
I've got like 6 months of just straight giving up the last like fucking dude. I have not given a shit either, man. I went to Burger King yesterday. I'm like going in there. I'm like, yeah, I shouldn't be doing this, but fuck it, whatever. We're just gonna do this and just 2 chicken sandwiches. And I remember the lady fucking pissed me off yesterday because like I was just like, I had to go to Thriftway yesterday, and so like I'm leaving and I'm pulling out, and there's like I'm behind this fucking guy, and he's like trying to take a fucking left or something. There's a guy coming in that's like on his cross path or whatever, and he's taking a left into here, but there's like this truck that's pulled out, so the guy can't get around. So basically, this guy has to go in order for everybody to like the natural flow of traffic just to keep moving.
Yeah.
And I'm just like, dude, he's not moving. It took him like fucking like 5 to 10 seconds. So like, dude, come on. Like this guy is fucking waiting. I'm ready to fucking go. I need to get my chicken sandwich. Let's move. And it's like, I'm just like, you fucking cunt, hurry up. He's some old man. I'm that kind of person though. I'm gonna fucking call an old man a cunt. Wave out my hand and scream.
What Burger King was this? By Shopko?
It was over by Shopko. Yeah, I was at the Thriftway over off like 72nd, but.
Dude.
I don't know. I had those moments. Like, I know I was talking about earlier. I was like, I'm a pretty passive guy. Especially in, like, customer service situations, even though I do get pissed off. Because, like, I pulled up to the Burger King, and I'm like, I want to do your 2 for $5 deal. And I'm like, can I go ahead and get a Whopper, no onions, no tomatoes, add cheese? And she cut me off. She's like, what do you want for the second one? I'm like, let me finish my fucking Whopper order first, bitch. And just, I don't know. She got the order right, so. I didn't have to talk to her manager, so. I don't know.
I fought with a lady. Well, I didn't fight with a lady. What happened was, I went to that Burger King over by Shopko when Shopko was still there.
It was the same one. It was the same one I just went to.
And this lady was there in the parking lot, but she was driving the wrong way, like right at me.
Yeah.
And I was just like, what a fuck, you stupid fucking bitch. And I had all the windows up. But then I looked in the rearview mirror. My son Joshua is sitting in the back seat. And he was probably like 8 or 9. And he's looking like, what the hell's going on? Because I'm just like, you fucking bitch.
Get out of my way.
And I seen him in the rearview mirror. And he just looked all freaked out. And I said, Josh, this is the way you're supposed to do fucking road rage, is with your fucking windows up, so only your kid can hear you lose your fucking mind. And he's like, oh no. And
it's like, this is a healthy moment. Yeah.
So
put this one in the memory bank.
it was her fault. It was her fault.
Of course, dude.
And I'm all worked up.
Yeah.
And then we were going to go through the drive-thru at Burger King. But I see her pull, she like went to a parking spot and she walked inside Burger King. And right when I seen that, I thought, oh, really? So I turned my car and I went and got it in a parking spot. And I went walking into that Burger King with my poor scared son, Joshua. And I was just pissed. And there's like 2 people between us in line. And I'm just looking at her. And she's looking like, you know, trying not to
like she knows she did wrong, dude. She's
Yeah.
like, I'm fucked, dude. She followed me in.
Yes, and I'm just staring at her like, oh, bitch, please, like, try me. Like, just this, I was establishing my dominance. And so she got her order. She was waiting for her order. She stepped over to the side. I go up to make my order. So me and Josh, we just order all this shit. I just order all this stuff, you know, because I have to make it up to my kid, who I'm really freaking out at this point.
I got $25. Get anything you want.
Anything. You want a milkshake? And so I go and order all this fucking shit. And I'm feeling real puffed out, like I'm a badass.
You're taking care of your kid, you know, you're ready.
Yeah.
You're ready to fucking brawl in the middle
Yeah.
of Burger King. I mean, you got
Beat
shit
her
going
ass.
on right there. Yeah.
Beat her ass. But then they ran my card,
Oh no.
rejected.
Instant. Just
Because the
all those
universe
feelings go
is
away.
watching and knows. The universe, I feel like it's always watching me. And as soon as I think that I'm Miss Big Britches running around, wreaking havoc on a Burger King, the universe comes down and just says, calm down, Bahiyyih Mudd. I went out to the car and I checked my bank balance. It was 25 cents over what I had in my bank. Like, that was the difference. Like, that's so minute.
so tiny. Yeah.
Yeah. And I looked like such a jackass. I looked like the biggest asshole. Do you know how happy she probably was? I bet she was like, you know, laughed a little.
You came in here to embarrass me in front of these people that I am here at Burger King, and you're off by 25 cents. I guess your son's gonna get that water instead of the milkshake, right?
I didn't buy anything. We laughed. We
we
ran away. We fled.
Yeah.
And I looked at Josh when we got to the car and I said, well, I'm really sorry. And we went across the street to McDonald's. I got some junk there.
Yeah, just go to the next one.
And I told him, I said, see, because that's not the way you're supposed to behave.
Right.
Don't
Well,
forget.
it's life lessons like that that's going to teach your son one day. He's going to be like, you know, I remember that time Mom flipped out on that lady in the Burger King, and then life was like, fuck! And we had to go to McDonald's. I really don't like McDonald's. Fucking jeez, guys. Come on, man.
I know. So I try to really watch my
Yeah.
behavior because I feel like it's almost instant. Anytime I really think that I'm just something,
I can understand that, yeah.
just bam.
Yeah, no, I think we've all had those moments where it's just like, you get a little too cocky and you're just like, life just kind of nudges you like, hey man, calm the fuck down. Like, I do that shit all the time, it feels like. Yeah, that's why, like, now it's like, you definitely gotta watch your behavior and stuff and, like, understand, like, where you're at and whatever.
Yeah.
Man, I swear though, dude, there's one thing that I'm, like, really horrible at, is, like, when it comes to swearing. I feel like my generation, like, we grew up with South Park, you know, The Simpsons. It's just, like, you know, we like, grew up learning how to swear, and it was so fun, you know, as a kid. You're just like, fuck, shit, piss, you know, like, learning fucking, you know, dirty jokes, and you just, like, you know, it was all about this obscene stuff, right?
Yeah.
And, like, I don't know, maybe my kids are just too fucking sheltered or whatever, but, like, I'll be like, you know, oh yeah, the fucking guy down the street came over here today, and he's like, hey, stop cursing. And I'm like, what? Stop cursing. And I'm like, what the fuck is your problem, you know? He's like, Dad, you always curse. And just like, he's got this this moral, like, thought process of, like, that he's not gonna curse.
No, dude, I'm going to tell you what happened to me because I curse. I have such a terrible time cursing. I am just fucking it up all the time.
Right.
And, like, I'll sneak it into an office. Like, the way that you introduce fuck to an office is very slowly. and kind of quietly, and then you wait for it to spread.
Like under your breath, you're just like,
Yeah. And you wait for it to spread. Because it will spread. I can get anyone to say fuck.
just like
I don't give a fuck who
COVID-19. Just
you are.
like COVID-19,
Yes!
Bahiyyih.
And ain't nobody washing their hands. So, anyways, I can.
I saw them bitches in the bathroom. I heard that flush. I didn't hear that sink go off. Where's that soap dispenser?
Oh,
Paper towels. What?
they had spies at Memorial to make sure people were washing their hands.
Oh, shit.
Yes, and you would be reported if you did not wash your hands. I
Oh,
mean,
God. Well, who doesn't wash their hands? Come on.
a lot of people.
Really?
Like
I
they
know,
spent
I
money.
know.
They did a
You're
huge
right.
campaign way before COVID about wash your fucking hands.
It's just like a lot of this COVID-19 shit like comes down to common sense, dude. Like wash your hands.
Yeah.
Don't get it in people's fucking faces.
Well, the swearing thing.
Yeah.
Oh man, I got invited to go camping, and it was during COVID. It was August. Oh, end of July. I don't know, July sometime. And I got invited to go up camping, and I was like really excited because I hadn't gone anywhere. I hadn't seen anyone. It was gonna be me, Lily, and Piper. And then they had this stupid friend, and
There's always this stupid fucking friend. What's up with that?
Yeah, and it's like your childhood friend. Okay, so
It's like, no one wants to see you. You've never been in our group. Get the fuck
I
out
know.
of here.
Well, no, I don't even care if they want to show up. But this chick brought her 2 children with her, 2 very young boys that were wild animals. I'm talking about beasts. They were running around the forest, a very dry forest, with like torches. They were trying to stab everything. They kept taking this box and just bang, bang, bang. And there's other people out there camping. Nobody wants to listen to this.
Yeah.
But anyhow,
Unrowdy kids is like the number one fucking
can't.
pet peeve, man.
I hate it. And those parents that are like Xanaxed out or something.
They're, like,
and not that they're
passive-aggressive about it.
on.
They're like, oh, he's just learning to live life.
Oh, you like that stick, don't you?
Like, I'm gonna play Candy Crush.
One was trying to stab the other one with these really sharp, they had like these extremely sharp roaster things for over the fire.
It's probably a good thing. Let nature take its course.
Like, geez, Louise. And so they're just running around, and they're the only kids there, and they're horrible and they're loud. So anyways, time goes on. Well, it's starting to get late. We're all gonna sit around, bullshit. We got camp all set up. So I'm sitting around a campfire with my very close friends, and I start talking, and me and Piper going on about something. And I said, well, fuck that. And then I looked at the kids and I said, oh, I'm sorry. I apologize. I did not mean to swear in front of your children. And she said, well, you'll do better.
What the fuck?
And I said, sure, whatever. And
Oh
so
my gosh.
we're drinking. We're drinking out in the woods, having a great time. Okay.
Is the mother of the children drinking too? Is everybody
Yes.
drinking? Okay.
Yes.
Okay.
So she ends up, getting a little bit lit, and nobody really realizes how much she drank. So she's lit, and we're sitting there, and she's a very quiet, nice person until she drinks. At least that's the way she was with me. And all of a sudden, we're talking about something, and I think I swore again, of course, because I'm drinking vodka, man.
It's hard enough not to swear when you're sober,
Yeah.
let alone drinking. Dude,
Yeah.
that's the time to swear. It's called a sailor's mouth for a reason, dude. Come on, guys.
So I'm having like such a good time, and I swear again, I'm like, I apologize, I didn't mean to do that, because I really wasn't doing it on purpose. And she looks at me and she says, well, it's a sign of low intelligence, and I would think that if you were so smart, you could think of other words, and really just being very condescending and like telling me off. Like, and it was so bizarre that she was doing this. She's worried about me influencing her horrible fucking children. Okay. Whoa, God forbid they hear fuck before he kills his brother. Jesus. We don't want that to be the last thing that Jimmy hears. And so anyhow, she just like told me off, and it was crazy. And she did it in a very condescending, quiet, nice kind of way. And one of the friends heard, and she looked at me and she said, well, Bahiyyih will just do better. She'll just behave, or Bahiyyih will act right. And I looked over at my friend that said it, and then she just worded to me, fuck you.
Oh my gosh.
But what a nightmare. And what kind of common sense is that? Is that she's not going to direct her children.
Yeah,
but she's so worried that
but
they're
she's
going to
get
fuck.
wasted in front of them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You're going to drink all this vodka and then be upset about my mouth.
I know, right? I know.
Oh, it's so fun to talk shit again, Kevin.
On the public airwaves, all that.
I haven't talked
the World
shit.
Wide Web.
I haven't talked shit for so long.
I know. Man, you hit me up like 2 weeks ago. You're like, Kevin, let me be on your podcast. It was just so funny because I was just starting to get shit going again. It's like, again, this is my first podcast back, it's just like fucking could not think of a more perfect guest to have on for the show,
Well, and it's so funny because before, when I did work for the hospital, I had to be very censored about what I said, what I posted, whatever was on my Facebook. Like, I had to be very careful.
Well, I never understood people, like, posting about their work on shit. Even, like, posting where they work, like, on their... Like, I have an alias, dude. Like, I'm fucking, like, bro, no.
Yeah, was never listed on... Only people that knew me knew
of course
where I worked. But I never had it on my Facebook. Like, no way. But... there were those sneaky people at work that want to be on your Facebook and to see everything. So I was like, I can't talk about marijuana.
Oh, God forbid I talk about marijuana.
Oh, no. I shouldn't have taken those shrooms.
Oh, dude, I got started on mushrooms, dude.
Yeah, tell me.
Oh, fuck, dude. So, like, I probably did it, like, the worst way. I did it the way you're not supposed to. Because, you think about taking mushrooms, you're like, oh, man, I'm going to put on some Led Zeppelin or some Pink Floyd. I'm going to sit back, watch fucking, Wizard of Oz or some shit. I don't know, man. You're going to have fun, dude. Like, I could just sit in this room just by myself fucking on mushrooms, right? But, like, so we go to the public house. I'm with Brandon Allen, of course. Of course, any mushroom story starts with Brandon Allen. And so, like, because he's, okay, like, it was, he's really good at being a, like, instigator when it comes to, using drugs or drinking or doing anything. He's like, oh, come on, guys, come on, have a couple beers. He's always been trying to get me to do fucking psychedelics. And I'm just not really that kind of person, in the sense, like, I like doing that type of stuff, but, like, I don't know. Like, I like being in control. I don't know. I've never really done it before. I don't really need it. Like, I'm pretty happy for the most part. Like, I don't really consider myself, like, needing to find, universal answers and all this shit. And so, like, he'd always constantly be pushing me. And, like, I drank, like, 3 beers that night, and, I was just like, you know what, fuck it. Because, like, this COVID shit has just been complete, like, we talk about being depressed and everything. It's like, fuck it. I think everybody went through depression this last 6 months. So, like, my cat dies. Like, I'm, like, a week after that, dude, I'm, like, fucking, I took it really hard, dude, because I love that fucking cat, dude. So
I can't even imagine.
I just fucking, drank 3 beers, and I'm, like, pretty confident at that point, I'm like, all right, fuck it, dude, let's go back to your place. And, like, my wife dropped me off that night, because, like, I was gonna drink, I didn't want to drink and drive, so, like, I call her up, I'm like, hey, I'm gonna go to Brandon's house, and she's like, oh, okay, cool, I'll pick you up in, like, 45 minutes, so she's like, oh, why you guys going over? I'm like, oh, just drink some more beer and shit. And so, yeah, I go over there and shit, he gives me, like, an 1/8 of mushrooms, I eat it, and, like, I started feeling it pretty fucking quick, dude. Like, 40 minutes in, I'm just like, whew, and we're listening to, like, John Carpenter and stuff, so, like, we got the Halloween 3 soundtrack on, and, like, I'm just like, whoa, this is fucking, I'm, like, feeling good, and, like, we start talking, I'm like, you get to start feeling that body high, and then fucking my wife texts me, she's, like, just around the corner, I'm like, okay, guy, and, like, Brandon's like, oh, yeah, you gotta stay here for a couple hours,
you can't be going nowhere,
he's like, you gotta stay here, and I'm like, I know, it's so funny. So, like, she picks, like, I walk out and stuff, and, like, I get in the car, it's my 2 kids are in the back, my fucking wife's driving, and I'm just like, hey, what's up, guys? I'm on mushrooms, I'm trying to think I can keep it together, because, again, like, I've never truly had, like, a trip like that, I didn't really necessarily know how hard I was gonna fucking fry. And so the whole car ride home, I'm just, like, feeling really good, dude. Jay McNay's trying to text me about the podcast and stuff. The Are You Ready professional wrestling podcast. And, like, I can't type. I'm, like, doing one hand. It's just, like, everything's slowing down. And I'm like, ooh. I mean, like, anybody, I guess, that's done mushrooms knows what I'm talking about. It's just, like, ooh, it just slows down. And, like, I don't really remember the drive home. My wife just thinks I'm, like, really fucked up. And, like, she's, like, my youngest is, like, trying to help me in. And, like, I'm just giggling. I'm just, like, I could walk at that point. But, like, I sit down and stuff. And, like, again, she just thinks I'm fucked up. So I'm just sitting there and, look, how many hands am I holding up? I'm like, 10, I think. You guys are slowing down. I can see the wizard behind you. Like, all this shit, dude. And, like, and then so, like, we go upstairs. And I whisper to my wife. I'm like, I'm on mushrooms. And she's like, and, like, because my wife is, like, the reason I probably haven't done mushrooms is because, like, anytime I've ever brought it up, she's very, like, it's not that she's anti, but she's just kind of like, like, you're fucking 34, like, what are you doing type shit. And it's like, she's not really into, like, exploring. We had a really bad trip on, like, edibles once. I took, like, a quarter of, like, some, like, fucking dried sifted, like, pure THC, and I baked into, like, 6 inches of brownie, and we took, like, 2-3 bites. That's and, like, horrible. Both of us, like, I kind of, like, I don't know, we both kind of, like, in the middle of the night, we're, like, like, 9 o'clock, she comes out, she's like, you kids gotta go to bed. And I'm like, she's like, yeah. I'm just like, she could feel it. And I was like, dude, we just tripped out for like 6 hours, and it was fucking horrible. It was like, I don't know.
I think it's the worst. You know what? That's been my absolute worst trip. Is too much edible. That's been the worst.
Yeah.
And you're stuck. There's no way out. You're stuck, and all you can think about is the devil. Like,
that's what happened to her.
Worst things,
dude. I'm pretty sure we talked about this on the last podcast, because I'm pretty sure I brought this up. But yeah, it's that same story. So that's what she dealt with. She saw the devil for fucking, that whole time. And like, I've done drugs before. I'm just like, the whole time I'm like, all right, I'm fucking just really high, just marijuana. I'm gonna fucking ride this out. And then like, basically, we just like went to bed and like woke up still high the next morning. We're high for like 2 fucking straight days. But like, going back to the mushrooms, so I tell her this, and she's like, oh, okay, like, kind of freaking out to a point. She's like, what the fuck, and then she calls her sister and has her sister Google fucking, how to help, like how to, babysit somebody on mushrooms. And so my sister-in-law walked her through it, and she basically, calm, collective. So like, she basically made like probably one of the best environments I could have actually had, honestly, like, because like my kids were around. I'm like, I fucking love you. I love you. I love you. And like the whole time I'm calling her a princess and shit. And like she's glowing, and like we're watching Step Brothers. I'm like, I go to the bathroom like 20 times, dude. And I'm like walking down my stairs. I'm like, this is so much fun. Yeah. Like I'm a kid in a fucking candy store at this point. And then like, I'm just like, did I come downstairs? Like I told my kid, I'm like, because, I'm honest with him. I told him what happened. I kind of apologized to him the next day because, like, I don't know, dude. Like, again, this whole COVID shit, like, I blacked out one night in front of him and shit. That was pretty bad. Oh. I've told the story on the podcast before, but, like, I just kept drinking that Fireball, dude. Like, I was like, oh, this is going good. This is going good. And, like, yeah, like, nothing ended up happening, dude, but, like, I ended up waking up at 3 o'clock in the morning, like, what the fuck? Like, my wife's all pissed. She was just like, oh, my gosh. But yeah, so I tripped out on the mushrooms, and like the next morning, I just had this realization. I was like,
how'd you feel the day after? How'd you feel the day after?
I didn't really sleep too well, so like I was really tired. I ended up like having just to call into work the next day, just because like, oh well, that was
you can't.
I got personal time and shit, so it's all good. Like I felt good, like in the sense of like, since like everything, like my wife was like a little pissed, but we dealt with it, and like really wasn't even a problem. She wasn't even that mad about it. Like, she was like, I'm gonna kill Brandon. I'm gonna kill fucking Brandon. To this day, she'll probably still at one point bring it up to him, but until then, like it's all right. Like, and I don't know. I felt good in the sense of like, I felt clarity in the sense of like, I felt like, because there was some issues that I've had like over like the last 10 years that I held back, and like we were able to work through like some issues that I had, and I guess that's what it's supposed to be used for. So I came out the next day, and like I spent the day, and like I was like, definitely don't want to do that again for a long time, but like it was still like definitely on the outside, it was definitely a good thing, I think.
I think that shrooms are great for when you're trying to break through. I think there's some stuff like I've done it before, and you shouldn't. If you're in the middle of something that you don't really know what to do, or you're upset, and don't do shrooms. I mean, because you're going to be stuck in those feelings, because it really examines it. It's like almost like it could be a feeling that's always like way back there, but it's going to bring it to the forefront. Yeah. And that's if you're not ready. Yeah.
I don't know. That's why I like smoking weed, man. I like that like uncomfortable feeling it gives you. Like, I don't know.
But I know that when I went on that camping,
through my problems.
Well, when I went camping and I wasn't allowed to swear,
right.
We did shrooms that night. Well, I did. Another person did, but Lily's always just my guide. Lily doesn't do shrooms, but she's the world's best shroom guide.
I bet, dude. I can see that.
Yeah. Oh my god, she turns into weird creatures. Her arms come like way up here. Yeah. Like a little creature. One time she became the couch. Like it was just, she's nuts. For some reason, it's just hilarious to have Lily around if you're on shroom. She's really good at it, even though she's not on it. So it's fantastic.
Right.
And she was marching around a little fire. She looked like a little Boy Scout. She looked like a little fat Boy Scout. And, but that trip, when I woke up the next day, I was so annoyed because those stupid kids woke me up.
Oh, no.
But at the same time, I felt better ever since then. Because that night, man, we had such a great time. But also, I cried my eyes out. I mean, and that was my first cry for comedy. Like, where to actually sit in it and to realize this is why I'm so upset and that it's over. And to just let it go. I had to be able to let it go. And it was from that night that I think that happened. And I have felt better ever since.
Right.
Because before that, it was always just like stuck.
Yeah, no, I can totally see. I mean, just crying in general. Anytime, dude, that's gonna fucking make you feel better. But definitely, like, how did you take like a full 8th or like? Were you like, I don't know, because when I tripped, dude, like, I was like out. I don't know. I think I took more. I don't know, dude. Like, I fucking, like, I was like fucking, like, encompassed in this world.
Hell
shit,
yeah.
dude.
Yeah, that's how it was. Like, we're sitting there in front of this fire, and I don't have any limbs.
Okay.
You know what I mean? Like, I'm sitting in front of this fire, and then those body rushes. I love the body rush. And anytime somebody would put, like, extra wood on the fire or something, and it would make it, like, come up, you feel it.
You feel the energy.
And it's like your body's breathing it. So I was like,
right.
And it'll be so overwhelming that I'm like, okay, don't hold your breath. Just breathe it through. And just relax. And then I had like this emotional support tree that was there the whole time for me. We never talked, but it was watching. It knew like everything's going to be fine.
You got to have Mother Nature in that moment.
Yeah.
You got to have Mother Nature in that moment.
It was the best. It was probably one of my most favorite trips. And I've had quite a few shroom trips in my like lifetime.
Right.
But that was definitely one of the top ones.
Well, it's definitely, I mean, like, you know, it's such a therapeutic thing. I mean, now it's, like, making the mainstream in terms of, like, how people can really use it to benefit, like, themselves in terms of, like, just dealing with their problems and stuff. Because, like, you know, honestly, like, looking back the next day, it's, like, I don't necessarily remember the whole trip. But I just know, like, I was, like, in my mind, it'd be, like, I start thinking about whatever that thing was. And it was just, like, da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da. And then, like,
doesn't it
I
feel
was, like, I'm like, you're just a piece of shit. I'm like, no, I'm a piece of shit, like, you know, and then, like, I'm looking at the TV and Will Ferrell's, like, staring at me because I'm watching Step Brothers.
Oh, my God.
I almost watched John Wick, dude. I was like, yeah, put on John, because my kid's, like, all into that. I'm like, yeah, put on John Wick. My wife's like, get the fuck upstairs. Like, you're not watching John Wick. Like, I told Brandon once, I was like, we should take mushrooms and watch A Nightmare on Elm Street sometime. I was like, that would be kind of fun. And, of course, Brandon's like, yeah, let's fucking do it tomorrow already.
Well, me and my husband one time, we had the kids. Every kid in our house was gone, which never happens, but every single kid was gone out of our house. And we're like, okay, it's just us. We're going to have some fun. And so in my drawer, I had 2 shrooms, 2 literal little mushrooms.
Okay.
Very small,
yeah.
2 little mushrooms that I had kept from God knows when. And because we hadn't done shrooms in quite a long time. And so I took them out and I said, well, we can microdose, you know, and we'll just have fun. Mm-hmm. So we microdosed. And then it was so crazy because we were just living our lives, watching television. And he started going through the channels. And I started to feel like this weird, you know. I was like, uh-oh. Like, I'm going to trip. I'm getting ready to trip. Yeah. And then he put on snakes on a plane. I've never seen that. Oh, my gosh. It was so stupid and so crazy. And he just was like going through the channels like, snakes on a plane, oh no. And then he went to Joe Black, Meet Joe Black.
Okay.
I've never seen this movie.
I own that movie, but I've never actually watched it.
The only thing I've ever seen from Meet Joe Black is Brad Pitt standing in a hospital room. Mm-hmm. I don't know why. I don't know who he's talking to. And he's talking with a Jamaican accent.
So is that like just repeating in your head the whole time? You're just like Brad Pitt fucking...
That's all I can... I'm like, what?
I can fucking see it, dude, because like I had the same experience. It was like, this is like on the wedding scene for way too long at this point. It was like, it's been like 45 fucking years at this point, man.
Yeah, so we had a great... We both ended up tripping. We had so much fun. And we laughed hysterically for... God knows what reasons, but man, me and Noe, we just laughed our asses off. We were like, as if there's like 2 kids that have been left alone.
Well, dude, you gotta let loose, man. I wish my wife like did more mushrooms. Like, I want her to like try that because like she just like her thing is like she hasn't like losing control. Like I guess is her thing, and like I think like she is like I basically it's like basically we had like a mild hallucinogenic like trip off those edibles that one time. And I'm pretty sure I traumatized her for life. Unfortunately, she still smokes weed with me and like eats edibles and stuff. But like that's probably as far as she pushes it. Yeah. Which to each their own, I suppose.
Well, I'm pretty adventurous. So is my husband. But the great thing is, I like the balance of we're not people that do drugs. You know what I mean? Like, we smoke weed.
Taking mushrooms and eating and smoking weed isn't doing drugs.
Yeah, it's not doing... Well...
I guess it is. I mean, it is, but...
It is, but we're not like some druggies doing drug things.
You're not doing cocaine and like shooting up heroin or something. I mean, my mom lives down at the Mesa Apartments. The shit I fucking see down there, it's ridiculous.
Oh my God.
North 1st Street is fucking ridiculous, man.
Do you remember the Twin Bridges?
Fucking dude, I like grew up in the Twin Bridges. Bro.
I used to be the graveyard bartender in the Twin Bridges.
Oh my gosh. My mom used to take us there all the time. My mom won the lottery one year. She won like $5,000, dude. We went to Twin Bridges like fucking like for 30 days straight every single night. Dude. I mean, we were there every week, and that and Hills Cafe out in Union Gap.
Yeah.
So you were the fucking graveyard.
Isn't that weird?
That's weird as shit.
Isn't it weird?
Dude.
I went from being a secretary. I was a medical secretary. I moved back from Seattle back to Yakima, and my friend was bartending at Max's.
Okay,
bar.
I know where Max's is.
So
that's like the place the very first place I ever performed stand-up comedy was at Max's.
Oh wow, that's crazy.
It's like, I'm sorry. I opened for Bad Habit.
I had fun at Max's, but I had never done that kind of job. I'd never bartended in my life, but I needed a job, so I started bartending down there. And, you know, I have an extensive customer service background, and I prefer people to behave and to act right. And I was the worst. Like, I made great drinks, but I was so strict that those guys would be upset when I'd walk in for my shift. They'd be like, oh, the fun's over. Hitler's here. Like,
Dude, that's awesome.
Don't anybody laugh, but he says no.
She's going to cut you off after 3 drinks.
She will call the police to the bar. No bartender ever calls the police to the bar, except for Bahiyyih Mudd. Because we're going to act right. We're going to do things the way we're supposed to. You want to play pool? Go ahead. Don't hit each other with those sticks. Don't.
You're going to pay for that, Donnie. Get your shit together, Ralph.
Getting cut off. Like,
right?
I was the worst.
Oh, dude.
But I got better, you know.
Yeah.
And then I ended up at
the Twin Bridges.
The Twin Bridges bartending graveyard. Because everybody went to work there for some unknown reason. I don't even remember why.
This is in the 90s then, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
No. Early 2000s.
Early 2000s. Okay.
Yeah. It was probably... about 2001, I would think.
Okay.
Yeah. Working down at the Twin Bridges.
Man, it's North First Street is just fucking crazy.
I had never seen.
It's gotten worse, dude.
I had never seen stuff like that. So for me, it was kind of like a social studies kind of moment. Like I had never witnessed that kind of thing because I grew up in a small town. I grew up on a farm. I didn't grow up in a city kind of life or a drug kind of life and stuff. So I'd never really seen the things that I ended up seeing there. Like in real life, like I'd never met a biker. I'd never known bikers. But then all of a sudden, they have the banditos and they run this bar, like they're your protection, but then they get all these drinks. They keep this endless tab going and you just give them drinks and their mean girlfriends come in and, you know, like, but they end up being your protectors. You end up being their friends. Like, I didn't know that I was going to be friends with like bikers. Yeah, you know. Dude, it's just weird.
Biker gangs are cool. Like,
it was pretty cool. It was pretty cool, but they never paid their tab. Like, and I wasn't gonna.
Did you ever bring it up to your boss? I was like, "Hey, dude, those guys, like, they came in and just got drinks and left. Like, what's up?"
We would keep this running tab. Like, we would keep this tab going, like, forever. And this guy
Did
named
they like
Hog.
run protection for like the bar or something? Or,
Yeah. Like they were there. They were like, nobody's gonna mess with you while we're here, and that was pretty true. But
that's cool.
They were kind of hostile.
As all biker gangs are. Let's be honest.
I know. But they were okay. I don't know. It was a bar. I remember going into I used to go back into the walk-in little fridge thing, and my cook Terry would smoke meth, and
what the fuck?
I would smoke weed. Like we were just hanging out in this freezer.
I guess, yeah, dude, at that point, you're just kind of like, well, it's, she does her job, you know, she comes to work every day. I mean, so what if she smokes a little bit of meth? I mean, you know, a functioning, you know, drug addict, there's nothing wrong with that.
The drugs were part of the business down there. Like, drugs, that's what happened down at the Twin Bridges, was drugs. But what I really liked were the old men that would come in. They'd come in for coffee, like, at 4 o'clock in the morning. You know, these old guys. I really liked them. They were not too bad.
They're like, hey, they tip you out $2 every day. You know, it's like, hey, man, you can't fuck around with that shit, dude.
Yeah.
Remember, like, I don't know if you know, like, but they tried reopening Twin Bridges, like, I don't know, like within the last 10 years or so. Somebody, like, bought it, tried reopening it, but did not fucking work, dude.
No.
And then it became a pot shop. That's what it is today.
Is that what it is?
Yeah, it's a pot shop.
Well, that's awesome.
Yeah, somebody bought it, remodeled it, and it's a pot shop, dude. So
if
you're ever on North First Street, go to, I think it's Happy Times 420
is that where that is?
I think so. I think that's the name.
My
I don't even know the
God.
name.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was like the worst job I ever had in my entire life, but it was also the most exciting job, and I learned the most as far as like drugs go.
Right.
Because I used to not know anything about drugs.
I'm still stupid to shit about drugs. Like,
Well, there were like these girls that were like cokeheads that moved in next door to me when I still lived down in Sunnyside. And they came over to my house. They like knocked on the door. They'd never talked to me before. And they're like all coked out and knock on my door. I'm like, oh, hi. And they're like, yeah, we were making some cookies and we were wondering if you had any, baking soda and foil. And I'm like, oh, yeah, sure. Giving them all these supplies.
You're like, hey, you guys are good people, man. Like,
I want some cookies. And I was so offended because I never got any cookies.
You just knocked up the next day. You guys still got some of those cookies in there? Like, wait, what? You're still on high on cocaine. I'm sorry, I lied to you. That was not for cookies. That was for smoking meth. I'm sorry.
I know. I was so disappointed.
Yeah. I'll go to it seems like right now at least before all COVID-19, the Coke bar to go to was Brews and Keys, at least for people I do. There's always people doing Coke around there. But I just for most of the time, dude, that I was out about, dude, I would be so I don't know. I guess over the years I've gotten better at it, but definitely in my 20s, dude, I was never really aware of people around me that possibly were doing other things.
I never knew, and it makes me so mad. What I would hate is my friends would tell me after the fact what was really going on.
Yeah.
Because I would be the dummy that's sitting there that not knowing that everybody's going to the bathroom to do Coke. I wouldn't even know. I wouldn't even know that. I would be over there debating about dog breeds or something and I'm like, well, why didn't you guys tell me? I could
just came in there.
I could have used some drugs.
Yeah, right? Maybe I want to make that decision.
Maybe I want to do the cocaines.
Oh, dude. I'd always fuck with my friend because I got a good friend of mine that does it, and anytime he has it, he'll do it around me, and I don't give a shit, and I'll be I'll fuck with him because I'll be like, hey, let me get some of that, and then he's like, no, dude, I'm like, no, seriously, let me get some of that, and I end up not doing it, but I was, I think he caught on after a while, but
I don't know. It doesn't do anything for me. It doesn't enhance me in any way, shape, or form. It doesn't do anything. I think it makes, I've done it. I've drank way too much. What fun is that? I don't want to wake up that sick the next day. That's not for me. I don't like to overdrink. So anything that's going to make me overdrink.
Oh, man, I just have that natural alcoholicism or whatever it is. I'm just 3 beers in, I'm like, if I'm with friends, dude, it's no, I'm going to get a 4th one. I'm going to get a 5th one. And by the time, I'm fucking shit-faced. I mean, that's half the reason why I quit drinking, just because, again, the hangovers are just, it's just,
murderous.
Why even do it, dude? But, yeah, if you could drink, 1 or 2 beers, man, I'm definitely good, but it's when I'm with my wife, I can definitely pace myself better, because, she's, on me like a hawk. She's like, don't you go for that 3rd beer. It's okay, you caught me. It's
See, my husband doesn't drink, but he doesn't say anything about my drinking, which at some point
what does
have been a concern.
Mushrooms. He does mushrooms.
There should have been some. I was buying, those little fireballs are 99 cents at Safeway.
Right. Oh, little fireball shot. Yeah.
And oh my gosh.
Those are $1, dude. That's it.
Yeah, and so I'd come home with some groceries, but always have that bag full of fireball, and I'm shooting them, and he's just having a good time. I'm like, yeah, I am.
Woo!
Yeah, and I think it's because I'm a great drunk.
You handle yourself well.
Yeah,
I've been around you when you drink, and you're always a good, fun time.
I'm never mad. I never fight with anybody.
Yeah.
If anything, I'll say something kind of rude, but everybody will laugh and we'll move on.
We'll move on. Wait, what? What'd she say? What'd she say? Did she say that about me? Oh, okay.
Just laugh. It's okay.
It's okay. Just keep going. No, dude, those are man, 100%.
So I think that I'm just a good time. But I have slowed myself down because I had to, especially with the COVID. Yeah. I was getting lit every night.
Ooh, yeah,
and not even lit for fun reasons. Lit because of stress.
Lit. Yeah, of course.
Your chest is tight. You don't know what's going to happen. You're really freaked out about it.
Oh, is that a heart attack? Let me get a shot of that fireball.
Relax. This is going to work.
I'm going to mix the CBD in there. Let's do this.
Yeah, but I had to really cool it. And now I'm really proud of myself because if I do decide to have it, I only have a drink for fun now. That's my rule.
That's good. Yeah.
I have to declare a good time to have a drink. I'm not allowed to drink if I'm stressed.
That's right. No more stress drinking. Yeah, 100%.
Now it's only good times.
It's just good times, man. I mean, dude. We're coming in. We're in September as we record this. October's coming. Hopefully, after this presidential election, things just magically go back to normal. That's what I'm hoping for. But we'll see what happens. I don't think it's gonna get better. Shit, the world's gonna fucking end. Bahiyyih Mudd, thank you so much for coming on the podcast.
Thank you for having me.
Dude, amazing time as always. Like I always tell. No offense to any of my other guests, but I always tell everybody, dude, my favorite episode was the one you, me, and Lily did.
Yeah.
And now this episode just ranks up there. I think this was actually, just as good, if not better. 100%.
Well, thanks for having me. That's
always
a lot of fun.
The funny. And now that stand-up comedy's canceled forever, you are always more than welcome to come back and, we can smoke weed and, have fun.
Yeah. Thank you.
All right, ladies and gentlemen. Hey, well, is there anything else you want to...
No.
No, okay. There you go. All right, ladies and gentlemen, until next time, we'll see ya. Peace.
This podcast has been brought to you by Buzzword Productions.